A massive report just surfaced yesterday stating that the Sacramento Kings are reportedly interested in pursuing the 6'9 center from the Trailblazers, Robert Williams. Now, guys, this is absolutely insane news as McNair goes from saying he's done making moves 1 minute to now reportedly interested in Robert Williams from the Blazers. And I'm just so curious to see what kind of offer he brings to the table and what kind of package that Portland is hoping to receive from us. But before we get into the rest of the video, let me welcome you back to the channel, Kings Digest, where we're showcasing all of the upcoming Sacramento Kings news. So make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos and subscribe to the channel. Now, heading over into the tweet that surfaced yesterday, the states, according to Brett Siegel, the Kings are a team with an interest in trading for Blazers center Robert Williams. As he further states, in the Western Conference, the Sacramento Kings are another team that has registered interest in Williams. Sources said the 6'9 center would provide immediate rebounding and defensive depth in the front court behind Domantas Sabonis. Sacramento ranked 14th in defensive rating and 13th in opponents' points in the paint during the 2023-24 season, which is two areas that Williams would immediately provide a boost in. And he is not wrong with that statement, as when healthy, Robert Williams has proven over and over again that he is one of the league's most elite shot blockers and interior defenders, as he shows incredible patience in the post when he's playing defense as to when to jump up and contest shots, which with his 6'9", 240 frame, 7'5 wingspan, it just helps him, and with his defensive skill set and his defensive IQ, he's just one of the league's most perfect interior defenders. But while there is some pros to this trade, if McNair does decide to pull the trigger, which I'm curious, why McNair is so suddenly interested in trading for Robert Williams after he stated not too long ago that he was content with the roster that he got crafted now and he's just ready to head into next season. And all of a sudden he's interested in pulling off such a massive trade that is really risky when you think about it. While there's definitely pros to it, bringing in one of the league's most intense shot blockers, intense defensive players, there's definitely some cons to it as we head over into this other report that just states trading for Rob Williams is a high risk, high reward move that would obviously pay huge dividends if it works out. Williams could slot into the backup 5 spot and provide a defensive skill that no one on the Kings currently have, blocking shots and protecting the rim. But, as he further states in this report, that the downside of Robert Williams is his injury history, as he played on only 6 games last season, all in the first 7 games of the Trailblazers schedule. And going back through his career, it doesn't get much better. As you can see, that last season he played 6 games. The season before that, only 35. And the season before that, the 2021-22 season, was definitely his best season, as he had such an insane run with the Celtics that year, played majority of the games throughout the regular season, and I believe even averaged a little over 2 blocks a game. So just going off of that season alone, you can tell that he is just elite when it comes to shot blocking, when it comes to altering shots, and is just such an intimidating defensive presence. And I can definitely understand why McNair is interested in Robert Williams and his defensive skill set. But look, I'm honestly content with the roster we have now, and I don't believe that we should be taking any major risk such as this one. And I'm curious as to why, McNair would, because I'm assuming that if we do pull the trigger on this trade, that we would have to give up Kevin Huerter, as Huerter has been, the main target in almost any trade rumor that has surfaced for the Kings. And I'm just curious as to why McNair would want to give up Huerter, who I believe, as I stated in the last video, he could be insanely valuable for us coming off the bench with Malik Monk. And while I do believe that Robert Williams' defense could be insanely valuable for us as well, he is injury prone, and that is such a risky move for a Sacramento Kings team that, has a tight window for that championship run, as we got DeMar DeRozan in that sign-and trade. So we are going all in. We got a really interesting roster crafted now that I believe can do some damage in the next season. So I don't understand why McNair would all of a sudden be so interested in Robert Williams and potentially break up what could be such a dangerous team for the Western Conference to go against next season. And as we go over into some of Robert Williams' stats just from last season, in the 6 games that he played for the Blazers, he did put up some good numbers, 7 points a game, but that's not what we're here for, as we look that he averaged 1.2 blocks and steals per game in just 6 games played for the Blazers, with an impressive field goal percentage as well, as he showed over and over again that he is dominant not only on defense but offensively as well, as he uses his muscle and his strength to throw down some monstrous dunks in the post, and he is just insane on the offensive glass as well, and will get you those second chance buckets. And looking at his stats, even if Robert Williams comes back and from his injury and plays at that level, or as you could predict that his stats would inflate a bit more from that, it would still be a massive improvement for the Kings roster if McNair does decide to do this. But I just don't believe that it is worth the risk, as I think that our roster is solid enough now that we can do some major damage next season. And I think we're fine the way we are. We don't need to be taking unnecessary risk for someone with the injury history of Robert Williams. Now, that's all for today's video, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you guys believe of this report and what you guys think of McNair reportedly suddenly being so interested in trying to make a trade for Robert Williams. Let me know the pros and cons of what you guys believe of this trade report. And subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any future content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.